Down on the Farm. I'm your host, Larry Marble. Thanks so much for joining us today on one of our 14 affiliate stations. We're brought to you proudly each and every day by D&D Farm and Ranch. That's ddtexasoutfitters.com. Neighbor, let's take a look at the movement of corn, beans, and wheat, courtesy of John Tuggle and Company, Corpus. As we look to better chances for rain in the drought-stricken crop productions of the northern areas of Brazil, pressuring corn and soybeans lower. Corn was down 7, beans down 4. A stronger U.S. dollar and the crude oil down to around $76.50 per barrel also added pressure. Even with the Chinese President Xi and the U.S. meeting with President Biden, the trade remains pessimistic about more export corn sales to China. In general, many in the trade believe USDA's projection of 2.025 billion bushels of U.S. exports for this crop year to be 100 to 150 million bushels too high. Local cash corn values remain soft due to cheap Midwest rail corn finding its way to Mexico. Corpus Christi's public elevator and ADM is closed for Milo trucks this week, but expect them to be open this next Monday through Wednesday ahead of the Thanksgiving Day holiday. Timco and the Andersons Houston are open weekdays from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. For help marketing your grains through the ports of Houston and Corpus Christi, contact John Tuggle and Company, Corpus, 361-852-5207. We're on the line with Bart Larimore from Jordan Cattle Auction, getting ready for the sale in San Saba on Thursday. It's Wednesday evening. What's it looking like?
Yes, sir, Larry. We had a really pretty day weather-wise here in San Saba, so it allowed people to get out in their pastures and bring some cattle to market. Right now, we've got about 1,275 head total, with about 300 packer bulls and packer cows. We've also got 97 bulls in that special sale starting at 10 o'clock tomorrow, and that features Schaefer Farms and Shady Oaks. And Schaefer Farms has about 30 really stout, big 2-year-old registered Angus bulls, and Shady Oaks has about 10 really fancy Charolais bulls, big and stout 2-year-olds with some Sim-Angus bulls. We'll also have really good offering of Horned Hereford and Pole Hereford bulls, as well as some Brahman, Sim-Angus, and Red Angus. But that sale starts at 10 o'clock. We had a really good set of calves come in today. Not any great big sets, but a lot of 20 to 30 head deals of good black and Charolais cross calves. So I think we'll have a really good sale tomorrow. And those bulls will start out at 10, like I said, and they'll be on Cattle USA on the internet. So if anybody needs to register, need to do that early in the morning before the sale gets started. And then we'll roll right into the cows and then the calves right after that.
Well, tell everybody how to get a hold of you, Bart.
Yes, sir. You can reach us online at jordancattleauction.com or call us at the office at 325-372-5159.
We appreciate it. Thank you. Have a good sale.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Larry.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Neighbor, let's take a quick look at meats. USDA's national pork carcass cutout value fell 17 in the morning report, 87.43. Estimated hog slaughter, 484,000 head, leaving the week-to-date total at 954. Neighbor, as we look toward the beef side of the meat equation, we'll examine the wholesale boxed beef report. Stronger at midweek, choice up 261. The select was up by 141. Slaughter, 126,000 head, week-to-date 251. That compares to 247 last week, 256 last year. As we look toward cash sales, mostly unestablished, 178 in the Western Corn Belt. Neighbor, that's it for your meat moves. We're on the line with Sean Geiswhite, Gillespie Livestock. It was Wednesday. We had a cattle sale there in Fredericksburg. How was it, Sean?
It was good, Larry. Ended up with right at 700. Didn't quite get as many as we were anticipating this morning, but turned out to be a pretty good run for as wet as it was. So we did good there, catching the numbers. Market was on the cows and bulls. It was sure a little bit lower. It looked like they took some money off on cows and bulls. Again, the steers and heifers. Some of those steers was probably 10 to 15 higher, and heifers probably 7 to 10 higher, something like that. Sure active. Everybody jumped in there. We have a lot of big cattle. Looked like, these turnout cattle going to wheat and stuff, they were sure active. They were, I guess we go down some of those, like there were some of those 300 to 400 pound cattle on the steer end, bring up to 320, and some of the 4 to 5 weight cattle up to 315, 17, somewhere around there, and even some of the 5 to 6 weight cattle got right at that $3. So I thought it was awful good. Some of the bigger cattle might not, they were a little higher, but they weren't quite as high as what I thought they might have been. But anyhow, thought we got along real good. Same on the heifer end. They all jumped in there and got them some, so it worked out real well.
Well, tell everybody how to get a hold of your the next time y'all have sales, which will not be next week.
We will not have any sales next week. We'll be off for Thanksgiving, and then we'll resume after Thanksgiving, and then we'll our last sale will be, I think it's the 20th of December, and that'll be our last sale till after the first of the year. So we'll go over those dates next week when we talk. But anyways, we will not have any sales next week, so don't bring anything to Fredericksburg next week. We will be closed.
Good deal. Sean, thank you so much. We appreciate you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Neighbor, I'd like to remind you about George Weichel and the good folks at Wholesale Steel, San Antonio Steel. Heavy-duty lifetime warranty on their cattle panel. The standard duty panel also. Heavy-duty and standard duty pasture gates. They're a new Preferred dealer, and they'll beat anybody's prices on the Preferred products. They've got Stay Tight 50 and Stay Tough fencing both. Cattle work in pens. They've got 2 Texas locations. They've got the San Antonio store. Call 210-624-2000 or the Hearn Bryan College Station store, 979-280-6100. Now remember, that Hearn location is off Highway 6 and the San Antonio location is there off Texas 16. They're open Monday through Friday 8 to 5, Fridays and Saturdays 8 to 4. You can find them on the web at wholesalesteelsa.com. Of course, that's the San Antonio store, or wholesalesteelbcs.com. And that's the Bryan College Station Hearn store. Oh, and by the way, tell George Weichel that Larry Marble sent you. We're on the line with Kelly Thigpen, Pearsall Livestock. Kelly, how'd the sale go?
Had a good sale, Larry. Numbers were a little bit lighter due to the rain we had around, but market was sure good, I thought, on everything. The packer cows and bulls looked like they were pretty well fully steady with what they were last week. I guess $1, $1 or $2 on the best cow there today, and $1.15 or so on the best bull. So just a good, strong market there. Didn't really have much as far as replacement type stuff. On the calves and yearlings, saw those cattle, sure fully steady this week, but quite a few of those classes of calves were a good bit better. So, just a little bit perkier. That rain sure helped some things out, especially on those lighter cattle. Looked like a lot more interest in some of those lightweight cattle. So, anyway, thought we got along good. Like I said, ended up 369 today.
And no sales next week, of course.
That is correct. No sale next week.
Tell everybody how to get a hold of you.
Call us there at the office, 830-334-3653. Mobile number's 334-1047. The website's PearsallLivestock.com.
Kelly, y'all have a good holiday. We'll see you after.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. We're on the line with Stephen from D&D Farm and Ranch. That's ddtexasoutfitters.com. Stephen, I need to weigh a bunch of pigs, and I understand that you've got some hog scales.
Yes, sir, we sure do, Larry. 58 SX hog scales from W.W. Paul. They are going to come with the beam and poise and 2 bifold doors. Really easy to work.
Tell us how to get a hold of you.
You can reach me at 830-379-7340, extension 161.
We've been with Stephen from D&D. Go to ddtexasoutfitters.com for more information. We are on the line with Jim Wheeler, Atascosa Livestock, Pleasanton, Texas. Jim, how'd the sale go this week?
Really short, 169 head, but the market was decent. They put $2 on packer cows from last week. Pretty decent all the way around.
Well, walk the pens with me.
71 steers, 55 heifers, 35 cows, and 5 bulls. 2 to 3 weights, $1.80 steers. 2 to 3 weight steers, $1.80 to $2.70. Heifers were $1.70 to $2.50. 3 to 4 weights, $2.10 to $2.75. Heifers were $1.85 to $2.47. 4 to 5 weight steers, $2 to $2.65. Heifers were $1.80 to $2.35. 5 6 weight steers, $1.80 to $2.50. Heifers were $1.75 to $2.20. 6 7 weight steers, $1.70 to $2.31. Heifers were $1.60 to $2. 7 to 8 weight steers, $1.65 to $2.05. Heifers were $1.40 to $1.75. 8 to 9 weight steers, $1.25 to $1.80. Heifers were $1.20 to $1.60 there Tuesday.
Good. What'd they have on the cows?
192. Best packer cow brought $1.05. Best bull brought $1.16. Had a few bred cows in the mix. They brought from 900 to 1325, and we did not have any pairs there yesterday.
Will we or will we not have sales next week?
No, sir. We will not have a sale next week. We are closed for Thanksgiving.
Tell everybody how to get a hold of you.
Reach us at 830-569-2516.
Jim, we appreciate it. Y'all have a good holiday.
Thank you. You too.
McCoys.com. McCoy's Building Supply. Still family-owned, strong, growing, and relevant for our ag community. With their own cattle ranches in West Texas, they understand the rural ag economy. Farm and ranch equipment from working chutes and sorting pins to cattle panels and gates, T-post fencing and barbed wire. Shop online and find the store near you at McCoys.com. We are on the line with Klein Spear. Klein, we need to talk about the cattle sale coming today, Thursday, but we need to review the sheep and goat sale, don't we?
Yes, sir.
Let's walk the pens.
Had 150 head yesterday. Pretty light. Kind of expected that as what it's been for a few days. Good to see those. I'd say pretty much even with last week. Kind of short numbers, kind of hard to test it, but all in line there. Those heavy lambs, $1.40 to $2.40. Those light lambs, $2 to $3.20. Those fat ewes, $60 to $1.25. And those thin packer ewes, $30 to $60. Those packer nannies, $40 to $1.20. Those stocker nannies, $1.40 to $2.75. Good cabritos, $2.30 to $3.80. And those lightweights, $2 up to $3.70. And the billies yesterday, $1.60 to $2.05. So light run, but still quite a bit of activity on them.
Good. How's the cattle sale shaping up for Thursday?
Got just right at 300 head on the yard this evening. Got a few more we know coming in the morning, so should have around that 450, somewhere in that, maybe 500 head range. Only got about 45 cows standing here this evening. Got some really good calves, got some really good yearlings, some dried out yearlings. So should have a little bit of everything for everybody tomorrow.
Good. And I'm assuming no sales next week?
No sales next week. We will come back after Thanksgiving. It'll be our first sale back. Will be a goat sale.
Tell everybody how to get a hold of you.
Call us the office, 830-278-5621. My cell phone, 830-591-3241.
We appreciate you. Thank you, Klein.
Thank you, Larry.
Bye-bye. I'm on the line with Stephen. He's in the outside sales department at D&D. Stephen, when I look out there, I see lots of deer blinds and feeders. Talk to us about them.
Larry, now is the time to get a blind or a feeder from us here. We carry All Seasons, Lamco, The Judge. We also carry Atascosa and T-Box deer blinds.
Tell everybody how to contact you at D&D.
You can reach us here at 830-379-7340, extension 260.
We're on the line with Chris Carter, Karnes County Livestock Exchange down Kennedy Way. Chris, we always begin by thanking the folks that do business with us.
Yes, sir, Larry. We do want to thank all of you for your consignment. Last week, we ended up with 630 head of cattle, and the market was steady. Next week, on the 23rd, we will be shut down for Thanksgiving. On November 23rd, in 2 weeks, we've got 30 bred Brangus and Brangus Plus heifers coming in.
Good. Well, walk the pens with us from last week.
Number 1 steers, 2 to 3 weight, 263 to 320. 3 and 4s, 250 to 320. 4 and 5 weights, 2 1/4 to $3. 5 and 6 is 219 to 249. 6 and 7s, $2 to 234. And the 7 8 weights, 182 to 208. On the heifers, 2 to 3 weight, 220 to 280. 3 and 4 is 235 to 310. 4 and 5 weights, 215 to 275. 5 and 6 is 196 to 235. 6 and 7 is 189 to 228. And the 7 8 weights, 174 to 185. We had 12 packer bulls last week. High yielding was $1.09 to $1.17. Medium, 91 to 99. 107 packer cows. High yielding was 91 to 98. Medium, 75 to 83. And the low end, 42 to 49. We did not have a test on bred cows. We had 3 pair last week. They bring 1175 to 15 1/4.
What do you got under the barn for this week?
At the present time, we've got 647 head checked in and looking for about 800 in our count. We've got 85 packer cows and bulls, 5 pair, 15 bred cows, and the rest are yearlings. We do have a set of 100 weaned Beefmaster heifers weighing about 600. Again, no sale next week. Y'all have a blessed Thanksgiving, and we'll see y'all back here on the 30th.
Tell everybody how to get a hold of you.
For any questions, please call Wetland Rouse at 361-542-0810 or myself at 210-286-5345.
Thank you very much.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Neighbor, let's take a long look at the grains, courtesy of John Tuggle and Company, Corpus. Milo through Corpus in November. D's plus 110, 1037. Houston 1091. Progresso 939. Yellow corn to Corpus in November. D's plus 25, 495 3/4. Houston 510 3/4. Progresso 575 3/4. Hard red winter wheat to Houston in November. D's plus 30, 669 3/4. Neighbor, we moved 6,596 bale of Texas cotton. 75.16 on the low side, 73.66 on the high side. Average price across the 6,596 bales, 74.41. Looks to me like that's it for the best darn farm show in Texas. No brag, just fact. I'm Larry Marble, and you're my neighbor. Neighbor, thanks for listening to us on one of our 16 affiliated stations. Down on the farmradio.com. Check out my Facebook, Larry Marble, or our Down on the Farm Radio Facebook. Good day.